The Cardiff City Stadium seems likely to be hosting Premier League football in 4 months' time. Malky Mackay's long-time N-Power Championship leaders need just 7 more points to be promoted. It's an ambition shared by today's visitors Nottingham Forest, whose own aim is to cement their place in the end-of-season playoffs. Well, led out by a Premier League referee in Andre Mariner. Might he be back here to officiate a Premier League fixture next season? Well, let's take a look at today's teams. Well, Malky Mackay's plans have been hampered by the continued absence of striker Fraser Campbell and defender Matt Connolly. Ida Helgeson is up front, Kevin McNaughton at right back. Centre-half Leon Barnett's loan from Norwich was set to expire today, but Mackay yesterday lengthened the deal to the end of the season. Newly crowned manager of the month for March, Billy Davies has reported a fully fit squad from which to choose as he seeks to extend his unbeaten run to 11 games. There's only 2 changes today. Dexter Blackstock and Lewis McGoodman were included, the latter having scored in 6 matches in a row, mainly as an impact sub. Now, Billy Davies has quite simply transformed Nottingham Forest. They lay in mid-table and some distance from the playoffs, but now they, like Malky Mackay, may well be preparing for top division football. Blackstock working hard. Henderson. Cardiff have a man down here. Andre Mariner is happy for Nottingham Forest to play on, and here they come as well. Still not over yet. Cohen on the overlap. Gedjura can hit them, and he does. It whistles by the post. Much has been down for some time, but Forest were allowed to continue, and it is up to the discretion of Andre Mariner. Gedjura hit the shot into the side netting. Little touch from Bellamy. Here's Kim. Obstruction by Halford, a yellow card as well. The first of the afternoon for the Nottingham Forest centre-half. Bellamy's delivery is good, and surely the opening goal it is. Ida Helgeson, 26th minute, and Nottingham Forest defending has to be questioned. They're not questioning it, they're just delighted. Ida Helgeson, who scored at the City Ground in October and 3 times previously against them for Watford, gets his 5th against them, and perhaps this might be the most precious of all. Forest had been enjoying a decent spell of possession prior to conceding the opening goal. Here's Yara, good ball. Lansbury hits it, and Marshall couldn't quite gather it, and Henderson's made an absolute hash of it. It's all got a bit messy in the end, but Henderson knows he should have put the rebound in. McGoodman was desperate for the loose ball. The ball swung in the air, and Marshall couldn't quite deal with it from Lansbury. And then when it came back to Henderson, well, he felt he had to score. Cardiff have a man down in the area. Gedjura slow to get up for Forest. Much is now hobbling away, and Andre Mariner tells Bellamy to play on. Here's Taylor. Now Kim. Bellamy again. Kim's made the run forward. Bellamy with the cross. Headed away by Ward. Up goes McGoodman on towards Henderson. Now Majewski. There are 5 in this Forest attack. Here's Cohen. Well, that's a free kick, fouled by McNaughton. Well, can Nottingham Forest present the opportunity for their players in the area in the manner in which Bellamy did for the opening goal? The answer is possibly, because McGoodman went for goal. Marshall suddenly had to scurry towards his own goal line and just about popped it over the bar. It's above Gedjura, and then it hit his hand, but he was pushed. Helgeson's been penalised. Free kick to Nottingham Forest. Cohen will deliver. Ward is up from the back. Plenty in there. Up goes Henderson and down goes Helgason. And what's the referee's view? Well, the Cardiff City supporters are calling for a red card, and it is a red card. Henderson has been sent off. Well, it didn't look that severe on first viewing. As the ball was floated up towards Henderson, he had his eyes on the ball, he jumped for it. Yes, the right arm was swinging away from his body, but it looked as though he was just levering himself up to get to it. But he caught Helgason in the face. If they should avoid defeat today, it will be a fantastic achievement at the Empire Championship League leaders, trailing and with a numerical disadvantage. And on a day when Cardiff could inch closer to the Premier League, and they might get a second here, the ball popping out of the possession of Carl Darlow, and Gusted almost with his first touch giving Cardiff the second goal, but fortunately for Forest it didn't reach him. Kim delivers. Gusted's foot was raised. A free kick to Nottingham Forest, and there is concern about the well-being of Greg Halford. Foot up from Gusted. You can see he only had his eyes on the ball, but he missed it and caught Halford square in the face. Well, that's a very worrying sight. Smith, now McNaughton. Foul by Guedioura, referee waves play on, a trip, and this time the free kick will be awarded, and there's a yellow card meanwhile for Guedioura. When he takes and clips the post. Seemed to be exactly what he was intending to do, over the top of the wall to the left-hand side as he saw it. It was beyond Darlow, and this time it's in, and Gusted makes it 2, and the points are surely Cardiff City's. Inching closer to the Premier League, and don't they know it? Bellamy had clipped the post from the free kick, but the ball hadn't been cleared, and Gusted powering his header. Well, there's a gap appearing, and Kim might exploit it. Doesn't quite. Here's Bellamy. And again. And now Kim. Forest have got to be careful. They're not on the end of a hammering, and a good save by Darlow to deny Kim. They're rocking now, Nottingham Forest. The champions-elect are enjoying themselves. Here's Kim. Smith takes 2 deflection, goes out for a corner. Bellamy's delivery. And it's in! And Gusted has another! 2 for Gusted, 3 for Cardiff City, 3 points, and surely now it's just a matter of when, not if, they're playing in the Premier League. Here's Gunnarsson. Oh, he's still going, and surely number 4, no, side netting. Craig Bellamy has a smile on his face. Half the ground thought it had gone in. Maybe it ought to have done, actually.
I thought we did really start well. You know, Bellers showed from the off. He had 2 great runs in the first 10 minutes down that left-hand side, and you know, when you even after you know, the Darius gets sent off, it can sometimes be very difficult to play against 10 men. But I thought overall, you know, we showed some real concentration and discipline in the performance today in terms of keeping doing the right things.
The rules are there to, you know, to see, and we knew that the minute you go and raise your arms, although I don't think that our player really intended to go and put his arm into the boy's face. I think that his arm was up. Under the rules, it's a clear red card. I don't think we had any complaints.
So Cardiff